Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butler speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... So, it says in the description, I, alas, have forgotten most of what's happened in this video, because, yeah, I just, it's been so long since we've also with Bonside Bakery, and didn't stick too much in my mind, apart from obviously the huge power source from the bakery itself, and the fact that the main character can't keep a secret, and is, crumbling at the pressure of, customer service, and also just in general running the bakery, despite having full confidence beforehand. That's basically all I remember. I think all of this takes place over like a single day, pretty much, and that's it. So I'm hoping that this video will refresh my memory, because I also forgot to finish the series. I thought that I got to the final episode, because we normally got through them quite quickly, and the other two videos we did were so fast together, but I guess I just missed this one, so, yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Hello again, I'm at school this time. I'm Neptune, if you don't remember. Well, I see your name, so I know you're Neptune, because it says Neptune on your username. Don't have much time before the teacher catches me. Okay, well, I guess we better get started, so let's welcome our usual guest, Ain the Best.
Be careful.
Alright, and now we'll start then, without further ado on with the review. Oh, wait, before the episode starts, I want to say this episode is not going to be animated/visualized. I mean, it's a visual medium, so it's going to be visualized in some way. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. I'll put the audio together. Oh, so it's like an audiobook. You can play this in the background while doing something. So sorry the fans couldn't be animated. There's been a lot going on in my personal life. I'm busy with other things. I understand anyways.
The finale of this Gacha series is audio only. Okay.
I mean, I'll be honest. We've seen worse finales before. Taming the Bad Boy, remember?
Yeah, but the penultimate episode was worse.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, we have this at the beginning, but I don't trust this not be copyrighted. I forgot if it was or not, so...
probably is copyrighted.
I don't know, I forgot what the... I forgot what it sounded like.
Oh, the main character's called Reina.
Yes. That's something I'd also forgotten, but now I haven't.
She's not an elf, she's a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Reina? Yeah?
Oh.
I think I might know who stole the power core. Wait.
Oh, okay, so I thought we were going to have like a couple of random images here and there. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a first, I suppose.
This is gonna be kind of, I mean, I guess we could review the dialogue. Normally we talk about visuals a lot during this, but...
Yeah, well, okay. I guess we'll do that. We can all close our eyes and enjoy it as a bit of a radio play potentially.
Wait, really?
Which is on my bucket list still to do. For the record, just like some sort of radio
I'm pretty
drama.
sure this wasn't written as a radio play, though.
I know. I'm just reminding people that was a plan, because people were hyped for that before. They wanted to yes, do radio drama, which I was really surprised about. But
I mean,
there you go.
Radio dramas seem cool.
Yeah, they are.
But you gotta write them as radio dramas, have a lot more, detail, or, have the characters, mention a lot what they're doing. It's hey, put down that box, it's heavy. It's listen, it's only a bunch of old dolls. It's yeah, but they're heavy dolls.
Something like that, and then you, hear, the sound effect of the box and the rolled dolls' heads, because, obviously Foley art becomes very important, which is going to be something we'll focus on here. What's the Foley art going to be?
But we can't point fingers too quickly. We need evidence after all.
Well, who do you think it is?
I think it's between two people. I'm thinking either Adrian or Aurora.
Why Adrian? I'm sure he wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, I think Adrian is the guy on the right here. I believe that he was at one point, he was a new addition to the group, and they seem to think that, he might have been responsible, even though it's one of the cases was oh yeah, he just seems slightly shady at times. I think that was the idea.
We never know, he might be. It's just he's a new employee there, and just maybe he would have stolen it.
Maybe you're right.
I have a
But
feeling it's
even if you
James.
were to steal it,
I don't know why. The title just gives me that vibe. It's James. For some reason.
I mean, James could be the red
Hmm.
herring as well, considering that the secret could be anything. Normally in mystery shows, you get that.
Yeah, but normally
where the
for
secret's
YouTube
something else.
titles, it's meant to draw your focus in. And normally it's meant to, so it's like, ooh, James has a secret. It's normally probably something evil. James
I mean, that's
stole
just
it.
that just seems to go back to the Helen secret thing. You can have other types of secrets, but I guess
Helen was evil.
uh-huh.
Secretly.
he would have stolen it any other day. Why now?
What about Aurora?
Well, we all know that she stole that recipe from Rain a while ago.
We
but
know
I'm
she's a
still
witch
not
as
sure.
well. She goes
hold
to
on,
the
we
Witch
heard-
Academy.
Yeah, hold on. We heard it a while ago over this. In that case, that kind of means that I guess we have gone to a different day this time.
How
Oh.
about we go and ask her?
We can't just ask if she stole the power core or not, and if she did steal it, she wouldn't just
Did you
say,
steal
"Yes,
from
I stole
us?
the power
No?
core." It's
Okay.
common sense.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Guys, let's just ask where they were that night. It's simple.
That's actually a good idea, Myra.
Who's that third
I
person?
didn't
Myra, apparently, according to the radio
Okay.
dialogue.
Okay, here's the problem with this as well. We don't really get any good indication of who's in the scene and who isn't. Like, I didn't know there was a third person in the scene. I thought there was only 2 people in the scene. No, there's a third person in the scene, and we didn't know was in the scene.
Okay, here's the thing about this. Because we've forgotten about the show up until this point, but also but also like people would be used to what the characters sound like and act like by this stage if they had watched the whole thing and retained the information. So this won't be as much of an issue because you can also tell like you can tell that different people are speaking at least. So
No, but
if you
here's
put the voices to the characters, then as an audience member you would be able to fill in the blanks if you don't
No,
wait
here's
months
the thing.
between.
I was just in my head. I was mentally imagining these 2 having a conversation in like a bakery or something, right? And that
I
mental
imagine, like,
image
school.
during this whole like conversation, that's what I was mentally imagining. And now there's a third person who I was not imagining at all. Then it's like, oh great, my mental imagination of what's happening kind of got thrown off because I wasn't privy to aspects of the scene that I should have known.
For me, that's the equivalent of 2 characters being in the focus of a camera shot, and then the shot expanding to reveal there was a third person there the whole time.
Yeah, but that's normally like a reveal thing. I don't know if it would be a reveal. I think she just didn't have any dialogue up to this point.
Maybe.
I swear.
expect that to come from you.
Hey! I know I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Dang.
Let's
Come on, take your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Drumsy meme.
just go and ask Aurora before the bell rings.
Hi,
Yeah.
Aurora.
No steps or anything, so there's no.
Also, I was right. It was the school they were because I mean most of the time in this show they don't like meet up at the bakery. They mostly have conversations at school. Yes, last episode they were all the bakery together because they were all helping work there. But that clearly did not go well. So who knows if they even welcome back to the establishment.
What do you guys want?
We just wanted to ask you something.
Go on.
Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday night? I don't think it's any of
Well,
your
they didn't say yesterday night. They just said yesterday. Where were you yesterday? Yesterday night? No, I didn't say that. I guess.
I get the impression that the VA just forgot to say the word night. Or the script was changed later. I mean,
Or they
if you're not
forgot
going to do with
to write
animation,
that in there.
if I could do the animation, the least that one can do as a director of an audio drama now is make sure the voice actors, get this stuff in because that's the only thing you're waiting on.
This
Basically,
is like if we took like a Mean Girl episode and just had the audio only. Pretty
except I
much.
think that would arguably go a lot smoother for us because we actually have background sound effects, general ambiance, foley that goes on
Yeah.
top of that.
Yeah, but
Please.
we just took the Mean Girl scene audio that we have in the Discord server. We just took that, uploaded it.
Oh right, yeah, without the other stuff.
Yeah, it's
no.
like it would get a little bit confusing because you just kind of hear the audio.
Yeah, you get to add music, of course, because here they've added music, but
no sound
you go.
effects. Sound effects are for chumps. Okay.
Apparently so.
Oh my god.
My scene is done with my part now, so I have returned. We're on the thumbnail. Ah, well, you see.
The creator was too lazy to actually like animate the video, so we just have the audio with music and no sound effects.
Okay, I wouldn't say too lazy because apparently there's real life stuff was happening, and the series couldn't continue in the same way.
Give it to another editor, or at least edit the script and add sound effects. I don't know.
Yeah, here's what I would have done. At least for like each scene, I would have maybe
make a single image,
Yes,
image.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I would have done basically.
Yeah, that would help.
Mm-hmm. Blues Pops with that laziness. Hey, look, Blues Pops had some interesting camera angles and keyframing in the last episode.
Blues Pops had
and a song.
Had characters on screen with their mouths open. Not a pose change, but their mouths were open. That's something. We're real detailed, okay?
Mm-hmm. So it's like D&D. Okay, well, it's like our D&D. Because I will say that overall we add a lot more embellishment to the visuals that is generally expected of a campaign.
And we also narrate some of our actions, and we have a D&D.
No, that is expected. In D&D, you are supposed to narrate your actions.
Yeah. We also have a DM, which helps. There's no narrator.
Yeah, again, D&D, that is... Yeah. Well, I think what Bond's getting at is because we use the backgrounds for particular scenes and also the PNG tubers. That's used in our editions, yeah. And not all of them are like that because some of the earlier Quest Rising Sun videos didn't have that because obviously that wasn't a thought process yet because Kenobi was yet to hand me the reins and I was like, I think I know how to improve this.
I know how to make it look good.
Yeah. You feeling bored looking at the thumbnails to the audio? A little bit, but again, I'm not against audio dramas.
At least
when they're properly crafted.
At least the VAs are good. I would say the VAs are actually pretty good in this. I don't really have a problem with many of the performances so far, which is a positive. It could be worse. We could have bad VAs doing this.
Hi. I remember watching this. Yeah, watching. You remember watching this, don't you?
It was just watching with your eyes. Watching with your ears.
This is Agatha's favorite Gacha episode.
Oh my god. This is how Agatha experiences Gacha.
Yeah, probably, because right down to the levels of sound effects as well. Honestly, yeah, now I think about it, the Gacha community is not very blind-friendly when you think about it from that perspective.
It's just is the video actually playing? You feel like it's the video's been playing for 10 minutes. It's oh. It's there's no audio besides some random pop song and it's just text. It's oh, oops.
Yeah. I know what Quest most people are running in the campaign. Yes, that is true. Well, it's like that for us too, because technically speaking, we didn't have visuals either. We were just imagining stuff in our heads too. But yeah, whenever I have whenever I watch a live play or listen to a live play, depends on what mood I'm in. I usually have it. I can shrink the background or be doing other stuff at the same time. That's how that's how I've been listening to Evantris, apart from their compilation videos with the manic laughter, because that's obviously emphasizes that. But yeah, that was I know that not many people, especially within our audiences, experienced have experienced live plays to that degree, apart from a few times Rip in the Dark here and there. Even Rip in the Dark has a few embellishments to its visual style. So yeah, I was like, we need something here.
Maybe what if text was on the screen, narrating people's actions, they go up to blank. That could be good. Put a little text on the screen when an action plays. They walk up to blank.
That's actually very true. Yeah, they should have maybe kaikyuko could have read out the scene directions in between. Yeah.
Yeah, Narrating.
Stuff, I'm listening to the audio. Oh, okay, fair enough. You know, for me, if I like to listen to something, you know, when I'm not on call with people, because then it gets distracting. But when I'm not on call with people, I'll usually be listening to something while editing. Usually music, but sometimes
Fake
sometimes
love.
mattress.
Fake love.
Not
Fake
that
love.
music.
What? You don't listen to fake love?
I actually don't think I've ever heard that song all the way through, unless, or like, properly uninterrupted, because obviously Tony the Bad Boy played it all the way through, but I didn't,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't really
kept
experience it
pausing.
properly.
We kept pausing.
Yeah. Oh no, you gotta go again. Oh, well,
No,
we'll tell you what
don't
you miss
leave,
out on.
Bon. No.
You're leading in a play about D&D. Oh, okay. It's like the musical
Ooh.
about Minecraft from My Passion, but actually became a thing. I love that idea.
Wait, play arc and Quest of the Breathing Moon. Play arc.
I mean, they could be a theater of some kind that they go to. In fact, we never actually decided what place we're going to go for the double date. So, yeah. My plan actually in the campaign was actually to ask Anya, who's obviously, you know, somewhat familiar with the what is, I guess, kind of like knows people. But yeah, other than that, not really sure. So actually, the theater is a viable option, I guess, unless Ghosty says otherwise. But there you go.
I asked Ghosty on the server.
Here I am once again, feeling lost, but now and then, breathe it in to let it go. Okay, I'm stopping there.
So loud. If I tell you, can you just go away?
Yes, we promise.
I was at my house texting my friends. There. Now go.
Okay, thank you, Rora.
You should probably ask which friends so that they can confirm
Get your
the alibi.
alibi.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Cynthia?
I'm still not sure. She was pretty reluctant to telling us, though.
Well, if I were her, I wouldn't want to tell someone what I did yesterday night either. Unless they're a close friend, of course.
Yesternights. That's some fancy vocabulary there.
I guess you're right.
Well, should have.
Ghosty just texted me back question mark in the server.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, because you asked about that. Yeah. So for KW that's just got here, Aiden said play arc and Quest the Breathing Moon because we were talking about theater. So that was the context there. Okay. Anyway.
I'm here once again, feeling lost, but now
Yeah.
and then.
I'm not sure how many actors there are in the party. I mean, as in like characters who are also actors, not like obviously we're all actors playing them. But yeah.
Couldn't we just leave it to the police to investigate this? I don't know if we should look further into it ourselves.
That's a good question. Do the police actually know about like the power source? Because it seemed to be like a closely well-guarded secret. How do you describe that and, you know, have them, you know, take you seriously and not think that you're like, you know, crazy? I don't know.
I just want to help you is all. If this is too stressful for you, then that's completely fine.
No, sorry. I just feel like we're never getting the power cord back.
You just
Don't
I
say
know.
that.
You
it's
just
been-
asked one person.
Yeah, what?
It's only been a day ever since the power.
I was about to say, because we said it's been a while, but okay, now we've established it has been a day. Alright.
Power cord was stolen. Just give it some time.
Maybe you're right.
Or ask more
How
people,
about
you know, that would be
this? We'll ask
helpful.
Adrian after school, and if it wasn't him,
Well, I mean, it has to be like other people who were there, I guess, because obviously she doesn't know any of the other customers as well. Or
then
even don't know the
we'll just leave it
secrets.
to the police. Like you said.
Alright, that works. Thanks for helping you guys.
No problem.
Hey everyone.
Oh, hey James.
So what are you guys gonna be doing this evening?
It's the one with the
Since,
secret.
You know.
Well, we texted Adrian to meet us at the park today to ask him something.
Ask what exactly?
In the evening?
You can just text him.
Long story short, we think that either Adrian or Aurora stole the power core. We're asking both of them to see where they were last night.
Oh, I see.
Who are they
Can I come
talking to,
with you guys?
James?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
sure,
god.
but
James.
don't you have to get to
What?
That urgent
James,
business
I know
thing
it's
we were carrying
you.
out
I know it's you, James.
the other day?
Obviously.
Oh, okay. Your Scooby Doo senses are tingling right now. All right then.
It's called James's
Well-
secret. It's kind of obvious.
Well, no, I actually don't need to come to that today, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Well, I think I am anyway.
I'm free because I stole your
Alright
power
then,
core.
Come on,
Hmm.
let's go before we're late.
Why would that free up his schedule?
Yeah, you know, he did his daily dose of mischief.
Hey, Adrian.
Oh, hey, what did you need me
Okay.
here for? And for all of you to come here must be
Static.
important.
Well, we just wanted to know what you were doing
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, obviously, unfortunately, the director was not versed in noise reduction.
last
I'm
night
not either.
after we closed the bakery.
Oh, that
That's
goes
it?
goody.
Well, after I left, I came home to eat dinner and went to sleep. Why? You guys could have just texted me.
Well,
We thought you stole the power core.
What? Don't admit it. Oh my god.
What?
We're sorry for accusing you of stealing the power core.
Well, you
Adrian.
did. You just accused.
No, who else
Well,
would-
you had a suspect. I mean, I guess you didn't really accuse him.
They keep saying power core and power core in their successive sentences. as
Power
well.
core, power 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 core.
Jellicles
Power.
do as jellicles are, and jellicles are as jellicles do. Jellicle.
stolen it since
Jellicle.
only a few people know about it.
We're really sorry.
Hey, it's fine, it's fine. I completely understand why you call me as a suspect, but I can promise you that I did not steal it.
Well, you're in the clear. Bye then. Come on.
I mean, after all, I love working there, and I'd never steal from someone that I'd so much admire.
thanks for understanding, Adrian. We do appreciate your honesty.
No need to thank me.
You're lying. It's Adrian all along. It was Adrian all along.
I thought it was James.
And no, it's James. I'm just doing it for the jokes. Okay. You gotta have the jokes, okay? Even though it's clearly James.
I guess.
Can I invite Ghosty into the stream?
Yeah, okay.
Crap, where'd you send the invite? You sent it in like this.
I sent it in like the group chat with you and KW for the stream. For the the Sonic one.
Like I said earlier, after we asked Adrian, we just have to let the police handle the rest of this.
Alright, I guess.
The police.
Hey, guys.
My secret power core's been stolen. It's a secret. Don't tell anyone.
I already referenced this, but yes, that is still a concern. Hello, Ghosty.
Hey, look at the beautiful visuals we have for this video. Isn't it beautiful? It's so unique.
Like, is there like some sort of error going on here?
No, no, there isn't.
Is this one shot the entire video? Is this an audio drama?
Well, you see, it was a Gacha series, but then the creator got busy with life, so just took the audio and then put it all together and then put music under it and then called it a day. Didn't put sound effects or anything.
Oh, that's
No stage directions are read out. No, nothing on text is said. Just this. The
that's
whole
a-
video.
that. Okay, fine.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'll say something else about this. In radio dramas, there's usually there's an exception to the rule of you know how I say that I like when gacha videos don't use narrators. Not that they can't, because I've done that in the past myself. But
Well, I'm gonna say
usually-
this right now. If this is just audio, then I'm gonna say it could have done with a narrator.
yes,
Or
exactly.
text on
Radio
screen or
plays.
anything else. Anything.
Radio plays or radio productions more often than not will have narrators for that reason. In fact, actually, at university, I specifically challenged myself to write a radio play with no narrator where the main character is mute, just to see if it was possible. And it was possible, but it was very difficult. So I 100% understand why people do it the other
Like,
way.
It is
they're not
possible
all
to write
insane
without
like I am.
a narrator, but then you'd have to let the setting carry the story, like the sound effects and everything else. But to know that there's just music behind it as a track is
Yeah.
it's
You wanna know how
definitely a choice.
You want to know how I pulled off the Mute's main character thing? I had them I had every character talk like they're in a Pokemon game. So they just fill in the blanks of what the main character is reacting to or saying.
What do you mean your doll is missing? We gotta find that doll. I know it's important to you since your mom died, so we're gonna find that doll together. Come on.
That was something like that. Something like that. Mm-hmm.
Just give all the exposition in there. All the exposition for everyone
James, he was here a second ago, right?
I think I saw him leave behind you earlier.
Maybe he had to go to his urgent business again.
That's a secret. He's a ghost.
You know, James never told us about that urgent matter of his before.
Urgent
So
matter.
Yeah.
Why would he need to go home early every day?
Yeah, you would think that if it would just have the audio, you think you would at least like redirect the voice actors a little bit more. But no,
Like,
that's the second time this has happened.
if there was something to look at, I wouldn't be as distracted by urgent matter as maybe another Gacha
Is there a
series.
focus on the thumbnail we've been staring at for 30 minutes?
No, actually, I've been playing Vintage Story while listening to the audio.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the best way to enjoy this.
Like, if there's nothing else to look at, then I
There's-
might as well be distracted by something mildly more interesting.
Yeah. Like it always strikes me as odd when people start like playing or watching other things while doing Gacha review. But in this case, I understand it.
Like, usually I'm not doing other things, because I have a video to review and setting and set design and environment are my cup of tea.
Movement.
But there's no setting or set design to be found, only voice acting. Dubious voice acting.
Hmm.
Well, you're right, but I don't think it's our business to find out about that, even if we are friends.
Yeah, Reina's right. I'm gonna go home now. I'm tired.
Wait, aren't you in the middle of school day? Wait, aren't we in the middle of school day? Why are you just going home? Is this after school you're talking? Is this after school you're talking to him? Are you in the park? Are you somewhere else?
Well, remember when they said they had plans in the evening about to go to the park, and they found said person they were going to meet in the park? So I'm assuming they are therefore in the park in the evening.
Alright, we'll see you guys
I
tomorrow.
hope so. I'm so.
See you.
By the way, considering that the first 4 episodes took place over the span of one day, it feels bizarre that we're halfway through this one episode and a full day has passed. Yeah. Maybe this is more of an I was gonna say more of an epilogue, but no, they're resolving like the major conflict of the series, so it's not an epilogue.
Hello, Reina. Sorry I couldn't call you yesterday. I was very busy going.
Wait, why is there an echo filter over a phone call?
I think this is a text message that's being read out inside of Reina's head.
Oh,
Like, I think so. Like, that's the only thing we have to assume.
I was
because
supposed to be like, is she calling from a cave? Hello, Rada. I am in a cave spelunking right now. I just thought I'd call you.
No, just girly things going across a cave-in.
That's right, I found some ancient scriptures here as well. I'm not sure how I can have phone service, but it's a miracle. I mean, these cavemen have got some really good Wi-Fi. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. Good luck finding that power source. Oh, there's a weird glowing thing in here. Could this be the power source itself? I wonder. I might have found the place where they stored them, like the ancient smugglers did. That's an actual thing, by the way. Smugglers would hide their loot inside of like beachside caves when they brought it over.
Yeah, I know. The Wi-Fi thing killed me. These miners must have some really good Wi-Fi.
Ooh, 4 bars.
4G, not 4G. Woo, woo.
You 4G, me 3G. What service provider?
T-Mobile.
Oh, me Vodafone. Oh, this is one of those streams where we just entertain ourselves the whole time.
Yeah,
This is one of those streams because there's nothing else to look at.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I wonder what it is.
She what? I have to tell the others.
She what?
She what? Like, what's happening?
No.
Okay, now I'm lost. I can make assumptions for the rest of this episode thus far, but now I'm lost.
Okay, like, here's what I'm thinking, and this is only an assumption, that maybe we would have seen something visually that would have given us...
yeah.
But
100%,
since
yeah.
there are no visuals and the creator couldn't be asked to perform some quick narration, here we are trying to assume what the story
she couldn't even be like bothered to add like simple like walking sound effects or like ambiance sound effects. Like the only sound effect in the whole video up to this point was like that single like anime sound effect, like the little shocked anime sound effect. That's like the only single sound effect we had in this whole video so far.
Yeah, here's my guess. The visual was going to be here was another text message that was being but we only see like from the perspective of Reina herself, and we see her reaction rather than seeing the message itself. So the message was meant to be kept hidden. So we could be in for a surprise in general.
Like, either we could be in for a surprise, or we don't be in for a surprise because no one's going to explain to us what's happening.
You know what? If I ever get a hold of the script, I would love to remake this video and actually add visuals. Just use the audio and just add visuals to it.
I think visuals would have saved this experience. As of right now, we're just kind of looking at it.
One thing like I suggested was like we just have like single screenshots on the screen of like the scene, like the background and like the characters standing in the scene. Like you don't have to do like the walking or like them talking. Just have a single screenshot per scene. Maybe would have been the best way to do it, just to give more of an indicator of what's happening.
Yeah, because there is no narration, there is no anything. There's only the pre-processed voice lines. No. I regret coming in. I want to go back.
You know what? I'll just make a Fallen Angel episode like this as a joke. Like I'll take one of the older Fallen Angel episodes, cut up all the audio, and just put it out there with music and be like, "Hey guys, look at this! Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this great?"
Actually, no. Like there are some audio people just throw together some like quick. I don't know what I was saying.
The thing is, Fallen Angels still has sound effects to it, so even then it would still be more effective.
True.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And welcome, Frigid Fantasy. We're still on how to begin. I know a couple exact intro. First name Miraculous Power Scope and Frigid Fantasy. Start with the villain. Start with Hawkmoth or Monarch or Chrysalis or whoever you want to use for this as the antagonist. Show what their deal is, and then or possibly discovering the existence of the new Miraculous and maybe what it does, and then hard cut to the hard cut to I think we said Bomb is going to be the main character of this, or whoever's going to use it, and what their situation is. That's how I would do it. Anyway,
I mean, I think My Hero would be a pretty cool antagonist. Like if My Hero was like the main antagonist. It wouldn't be My Hero. It'd be whatever the Peacock Miraculous holder would be. Oh wait, I mean, yeah, but I was thinking more of an original character with the Peacock Miraculous. It could be like be backstory of the Peacock Miraculous got damaged.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's if this is a prequel, which I don't think it was implied to be.
I don't know if it's a sequel. Felix loses the Peacock Miraculous to someone else, and you have to get a Miraculous and stop whoever is the new owner of the Peacock Miraculous.
Maybe he lends it to Amelie or to Kagami or someone, someone close to him.
Hey, Amelie, please don't delete me. But here's the thing that could delete me.
Crystal, what? That new villain of this series? Forget you heard that.
Cynthia, I need to talk to you.
Please be quiet in the library, young lady.
Okay, at least we know our location.
Yes. Young lady.
Yes, of course.
You at school so early, and what's so important?
Oh,
that
so
you
we're in
have
the school library. Okay, so we're not just at any library, we're at the school library. See, this is the kind of stuff we need per scene. We need these indicators of where we are because I'm
gonna tell a really terrible joke. What do you mean you're in school so early? You said you were latey. Moving on.
Yeah. Your lungs.
It's about my mom.
What about her?
She said that she'll be coming home this evening.
What?
Oh, that's right. I forgot if the mum came back towards the end or not. I guess no is the answer.
Do you two not know the definition of quiet?
Oh, sorry.
Do you not know the definition of projection?
What do we do?
She has to be quiet
What do
too.
you mean, what do we do?
It's called a stage whisper. There's a difference.
Like, I'm gonna say, like, usually the anime sound effects are, like, less distracting because there's visuals to go with them.
There's visuals,
But now, I'm
there's
just
other
now...
sound effects. I just hear anime sound effects. I love anime sound effects, but God.
Yeah, but anime sound effects are good when you have visuals paired with them. If you don't have visuals paired with anime sound effects, they sound really weird.
Yeah, because they
Is that
are
a
by their
spring?
very nature really weird.
Is that a spring in the library? Boing.
Exactly.
Why is there a spring in the library? Boing, 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 boing. Someone call the police to detain this spring.
You just hear like the harp sound effect for like a love interest. It's like, okay, who let the marching band in here?
Reina, and don't even think about lying to your mom again.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just really scared. That's all.
Your mom's gonna commit
nothing to
some
be worried
murder.
Like I said, your mom's a nice person. She'll understand.
Hard cut to her mom. How dare you! You go to the basement. You are now the hated child who's not gonna become a princess.
I thought you were gonna say you. I was gonna say you're the power gem now or something.
Oh my god, that's even worse. You're the power.
I think the power gem was in their basement before.
It just like ties her up and like puts wires in her. It's like, this hurts. It's like, you're the power gem. You power the bakery now. But I'm going to die if I don't get out of here. Well, I have to get a new power gem after you. And again. And again. And again.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They live in the bakery. I'm sure she have food provided for her.
Just feeds her bread as she's suffering. Free bread to suffer for eternity.
Are you okay?
I would love some bread.
Bread is nice.
What happened?
Well, believe it or not, Reina's mom texted her this morning saying she's gonna be back this evening.
This evening? That was a quick business trip.
I guess so.
Was
There's
it?
nothing we can do about it. The police are still investigating. So
I mean, a 3-day business trip is not, that
Wait a minute, you were
that
able
out of
to-
the ordinary.
Wait a minute, you calling the police if you called the police about something, wouldn't that notify your parent or your mom in this case to be like, hey, your daughter called the police, by the way, about your missing thing?
I'm not sure what the procedure is in that
Because
situation. That makes sense, but I'm not sure if that's actually what happens.
If they're minors, I think if they're minors, I'm pretty sure they have to notify the parents in this case.
Well, again, if this takes place in the US, then we'll say that much.
I mean, we're also
And it's
with
Gacha
bears,
World.
so
Says me and my oh, that's true actually. Yeah, the ferry police might not be as thorough. Me and my OC are going to suffer. Suffer what? In what regard? You just got here, Emmett.
I was also going to say that depends on what region we're in. Normally, the police would only contact your parents if you, the perpetrator, the young one, the minor in the instance, is the one who committed the crime. Say your parents know that you're being detained by police. But What if
Wait,
you?
so in this case, like, the minor called the police, but then also guilty?
No, I'm saying the police would be informed if the minor is the guilty party. If the
Okay.
minor is not the guilty party, then the parents have no need to be informed. It isn't
Ah,
a
there you go.
thing to where, like, if a child calls the police, their parents would be notified.
I feel like the
Right.
parents should be
Well, I
notified if a
don't think
minor's
they-
calling the police. If a minor's calling the police about whatever reason, unless that
mean-
reason that pertains to the parents themselves, like child.
I was
abuse.
about to say that, yeah, there's a
But
slippery
it-
slope in that regard.
If it pertains to something non-associated with the parents, I don't see a reason not to call
Okay,
the parents if
I'd
it's
like-
non-parental
I'm going-
related.
I'm going to pose a hypothetical here. Let's say a teenage girl out in the mall at her friends called the police because she saw someone shoplifting from, I don't know, Claire's. Do you
Okay.
think that the parents should know of that phone call? Even
I
though
mean-
they had no part of being at Claire's and only knew the daughter was going shopping with some friends that day.
I mean, yeah, but in this case, something from the bakery that she was at got stolen. That's owned by the parents. Therefore, the parents would have a right to know that it's missing.
That is
and
true, the
police
power
would
gem is her
investigate.
property, yeah.
You know, it's like, I think the mom should probably know if the gem got
The
stolen.
police would likely, call her anyway to give a statement about the robbery, most likely, so she would find out for that reason, not necessarily for the call itself.
Like, the call itself...
And they also want to be concerned that she left a minor alone to run a business. They would also want to.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just leave her alone. No, they left her to run the business. It's like,
I mean,
don't know
talk
if they
talk about guard threat level 10, you know?
Oh my god.
Made any progress?
Then, see, there's
Raina,
text on the bottom
I'm
screen. Next day,
home.
mom arrives. Text on the bottom screen just now.
Oh.
Hi, Mother. Welcome back.
Oh, Raina, I've missed you so much.
I missed you
Hey,
too.
we lost the power cord,
How's
by the way.
everything?
Oopsie doopsies. I shouldn't have been
Yeah.
telling
I'm
people
going at
about
the
it.
bakery.
About that, Mom.
I lost
I
it.
need to tell you something.
Of course, dear. What is it?
I,
Raina, what's the matter?
you're gonna be
I need to tell you something. I really, 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 really goofed up.
mad at me if I tell you.
You guys
I'll
are
be
just
mad at
what
you.
you guys
I
are
could never be mad at you. Proceeds get mad at you as soon as you tell them. How dare you?
Well,
It's like, wow.
I mean, yeah.
I don't.
that was a
take it
lie.
back.
We love lies.
Like, what would have been more effective parenting, or at least in my opinion, was to, like, slow down and be like, okay, did you see the thief?
Well, she didn't tell her.
And
yet.
then... Tell her yet.
Yeah, see, the reason that Reina is so guilty right now is because the power gem only was at risk of being stolen, according to based on what we know, because she started to reveal it to people. She told her friend, that she told her not friend, and then someone else found out about
Why
it.
would
one
you
of the
tell your enemy
employees.
though? It's like I get telling your friends, but telling your enemy, "Hello, enemy, would you like to know a secret?" It's like why? Don't tell your enemy that.
Uh-huh.
That's not
Cool.
smart.
I tried to look up Chrysalis and found nothing. Good. Fantastic. Moving on.
It was stolen.
Bugs.
I'm sorry, Mother. I deserve any punishment you give me. I'll clean the
Hey,
whole
this
house
escalated
tonight.
quickly.
Raina, I'm not angry at you. Neither am I disappointed.
You're
Well,
not?
I'd be a little bit sad that the
course not.
thing is missing. Realistically, I
Well,
wouldn't be
yes,
disappointed,
but
so I'd
that's
be
not
sad.
what... Yeah, but at the moment, she's terrified that she's going to be mad and disappointed, so that's more important to say at the moment.
Told that the power cord was stolen. Don't blame yourself for something you can't control.
Thank
But
you.
I told everyone the power core. I caused this technically.
There's an Adventurous clip that's kind of similar to this. It's another one of Bitsy, where I think something like got stolen or something. She was like, "Nesta, don't worry, it's not your fault." Like, it really wasn't my fault, even though I was the security guard. Were you the security guard? Wait, but it's your responsibility. It was your fault. It was your fault.
Oh no!
The 180 makes sense there, yeah.
Later.
Okay.
Your fault.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Your mother, after all. Well, what's been happening with the bakery lately? Did you have to close it?
Yeah, the police have been investigating for about 3 days now.
Wait, so then why did you said you hadn't called before, now they say they investigate. Now I'm confused, okay.
And
The timeline. The timeline. I mean, at most it's been 2 days. At most it's been 2 days only.
Like,
The passage of time isn't going well here.
like I'm going to ask, like, wouldn't the mother have passed the bakery on her way into town and saw the police there?
No.
Not necessarily, because that implies the bakery has to be like either in the center of the town or on the outskirts, in the same direction that the airport would be, or the bus station, or however she managed to get back. That's not necessarily the case.
Like, I'm assuming
It's not like BB logic where you can walk in a random direction and find what you need immediately. You know.
I would love that, to walk in a random direction and find what you need.
Sure, but you know, ultimately speaking.
I'm finding the power core.
I'll tell them to stop the investigation.
Oh, by the way, what? Stop the investment? Really? Okay,
What?
We're gonna come back to that in a second. I just want to address this comment first. The new Barney Rooney. Why does he look like a child as a purple dinosaur? Why make his voice actor different? Because the voice of Barney is iconic. Anyway, I just want to do that. Yeah, back to this. Close the investigation. I know the Power Gem was a closely kept secret, so that might be the case, but you kind of need it back, don't you?
We'll open again tomorrow morning.
What?
What? What about...
Unless this was all like a placebo or something, like there is no secret ingredients, Poe, or something. It was just a fancy light. The real power of the bakery was the one that we had all along.
The friends were the ones we made along the way.
Which is why we still have an electricity bill. Otherwise, we wouldn't need it.
The power core.
As much as I hate to see the power core gone, what's done has been done.
We'd love to see the power core gone, wouldn't we?
Well, you don't want to look for it still? You don't want to have the, at least having them look for it's better than, you know, giving up.
Oh, by the way, I'll answer this question as well. Chrysalis is not a bad fan-created character. I'll tell you that much. And no more. Because also, it sounds like you're not entirely caught up with the series. So, do that first.
Plus, we have the old recipes the power gave us in our recipe book.
Alright then.
Now come, let's go eat dinner. It's getting late.
Hey Rena, how did things go with your mom yesterday?
Oh yeah, you
Transition to the next day.
Well, yeah, that's what they've been doing. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, now it's been
It's been like 4
3
days?
whole days in the middle of,
Like
yeah.
4 days have passed already? Okay.
Yeah, just for this series specifically, that feels very odd, just because of how the pacing's gone thus far. It's almost been similar to Twilight pacing in a sense, by which I mean very much in real time. And that seems to be how Stephanie might prefer to write.
Like
according to her.
Twilight pacing? Don't you mean bad fanfiction pacing?
That would be 50 Shades pacing.
Oh,
She
we
said
don't
she
talk
was-
about 50 Shades pacing.
Fine with it. She's gonna be opening the bakery back up today. Though I still feel guilty about it.
That's good to hear.
You don't sound guilty, you sound depressed.
I still feel guilty about it. That's good to hear. I know she's referring to the opening part, but the way that was phrased.
That's good to hear. I'm so
See, I
glad.
told you she'd understand.
Reina, can you meet me at the park this evening?
Wait, is that James
sure.
talking?
Another evening park meeting? We just got done with that like 2 scenes ago.
We're time jumping away from school. Why is this episode cheap time jumping?
Oh my.
Why though?
I have something important to tell you.
I'm guessing this is James
and
speaking.
I need to give you something.
Well, alright. I'll be there.
It's the power core. I told you it was James. I knew it was him. Obviously. It's called James' Secret.
So, what did you need me here for?
I do insist his secret could have been anything, but that is the most likely thing in general.
I
Maybe he's gay. We don't know.
Exactly. You know, there are other
Love
secrets that
interest?
one
Isn't
can
he a
keep.
love interest?
Well, then it would be a pretty big twist of a secret, wouldn't it? Then
I'd be like, "Hey, I don't love you. I love you, man." It's like, okay, hey. That's a plot twist, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Reina.
Talk about subverting
power-
expectations.
Oh, the power core. Yeah, we didn't. Again, like we don't have visuals of him ending the power core, or showing the power core. So it's like the power core. Like, okay.
I don't know.
James,
Maybe
how
he had it stuffed in up his pants or in the air.
It was in his butt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably meant to be like an India infinite source of energy, so I hope that's not the case. He'd be the most caffeinated person on the planet if that were, you know. By the way, I just had like a really cursed image. So we were like on the subject of like miraculous before, of like if someone being like gay is like a twist. I just imagined what if it between like Adrian and Felix was the one giveaway was that one was gay and one wasn't. So we just like I just rewatched like the like diamond dance episode, whatever they call it.
Like if that's the case,
Like I just imagine if like Felix was like there's at one point he's dancing with Marinette, he just like eyes while the men down, and she just goes like Felix.
Oh my god.
wait, if that's the case, then which one is the straight one and which one is the gay?
Adrian.
Well, Adrian would be the straight one in this instance. Yeah.
Nah.
The other round would be the other round would be too much of a heartbreak for the fans because you know the whole like build up between the two main characters.
Plot twist of the series. Adrian's actually just gay. He's not even into women. Marinette's been misreading him the whole time.
okay. I will say, as someone who likes to troll the audience, I appreciate the idea. However, even I'm not that much of a heartless monster.
Season 5 is.
Even I'm not that much of a monster when it comes to trolling the audience, so I would definitely not recommend it for anyone else.
No, wait, it turns out Marinette's secretly bisexual and Chloe is secretly gay, therefore she ends up with Chloe. And that's how we get the Chloe redemption arc, guys.
I was going to say, she has more chance with Zoe, quite frankly.
Anyway. Zoe is gay. Zoe is gay is the problem.
That's what I mean! That's what I'm talking about!
Zoe's already gay. We don't have to change her at all.
We don't have to change her at all. She's fine.
That's why she would have more chance! And also, but she also have more chance also by virtue of not being Chloe. That's also another positive there.
Not being Chloe!
You're ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. That outfit is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Chloe has bitter X syndrome.
Oh my god.
She's not even an X. She's just a bitter X in general.
She's bitter.
Yeah. Who'd be her ex? Sabrina.
Oh my god. I should.
Like this is like writing on par with Liongate. Except I feel we'd be able to do Liongate better.
Probably.
Yeah, honestly, like if we sat down and actually thought about logistics of these things, we could make an excuse for why they make sense because we know the characters well enough. Not that we should, but we could. I'm not fully watching Mad because I've been letting it play in the background while doing something else to hopefully focus on the episodes. Also, I don't really care about spoilers. Well, I do, so I'm not telling you Grizzlies is.
Like, to be honest, best way to watch Miraculous.
Yeah, best. Well, I don't know. That depends. Depends on the episode.
Depends on the episode, yeah.
Who animated it?
In my opinion, Miraculous's 3D animation hasn't aged very well.
Well, don't worry, they've got a new engine now.
Like, Miraculous's 3D animation hasn't aged very well, which is weird since the show hasn't been around for that long.
I mean, it's been nearly 10 years.
Yeah, but even then, most other 3D animated features from 10 years ago haven't aged as poorly.
I mean, Code Lyoko aged decently.
Well, Code Lyoko was even earlier.
Yeah.
Season 1 of Code Lyoko, I would argue, is probably
like season 1 of Code Lyoko has aged like
according to how you would expect it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
But you know one
season
thing I never really got about the
3
Miraculous
season 2
fandom,
and
though?
season 3.
How the Miraculous fandom is hating on the concept of a new animation style. Like, I saw some people being like, I'm gonna miss the old animation. The old animation was, like, really hit or miss. Like, sometimes it was good, but sometimes
Well, I
it
think
wasn't.
it's more of a case of they miss what they're used to, not necessarily because of the quality, but because of the familiarity.
I guess, but like the new animation style is so cute though. It's like so anime kawaii. Honestly, it's like it's actually really colorful. I actually kind of really dig it.
I haven't actually seen it yet, so I will check it out afterwards.
I've seen a trailer, so
I imagine that's why you did. Yes,
kawaii.
No,
I'm kawaii.
Be kawaii, kawaii, just like me. Be kawaii, just like me. Just like me. Okay, back to this.
I was the one who stole it.
Well, yeah,
there we
you have
go.
it.
Yeah,
What?
Obviously.
But why?
I'm sorry. My father.
that's not an answer.
He owns a
Also,
cafe
I like
that has
how the
never been
music
doing-
doesn't fit this at all. This is supposed to be
It's
like
so chill. It's like a dramatic reveal. It's like do 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 do.
Oh god.
Well, it was at the peak of going out of business. And the cafe is the only thing we live off of.
La cafe, la
So,
cafe, la
I
cafe.
had
Wait, so your father had a failing business. So you took a gem from another family-owned business. Brilliant!
Well, I mean, one that was not failing, so and for the reason of having that gem.
in order to keep the business up.
James.
I completely understand if you don't forgive me. I don't think I deserve it anyways.
I'll think about it. Thanks for opening up to me.
I mean, you have it. Can you have it back?
Also, by the way, how long have you known James?
Thanks for
I
telling
don't remember.
me.
Like, I feel like you would know a thing or two about if his family owned a bakery business, much like your own family. I feel like that's something.
Well, that would be
relate to.
that'd be a motive, but still not evidence.
Yeah, but I feel like that's something you were relate to. Like, she's acting like it's a surprise. Like, oh my god, your dad also owns a bakery. It's like, yeah.
Well,
Like-
some people just don't like to talk about their families.
Well, yeah, but you think that's something you can relate to each other with. Like, you both come from families of bakeries.
I don't know. I've known you for nearly 5 years. I don't know what your parents do.
Work.
Also, Aiden, like,
I don't know. Fired.
Bravo.
My dad's a fired man, and my mom doesn't work most of the time.
Okay, there we go. See,
I'll
that's
tell you
something
what,
that brought up in conversation in 5 years. Yeah.
like, I would say, Aiden, he didn't say that his father owned a bakery. His father owns a cafe.
Cafe, bakery, same difference.
No, they're
I
not
don't
the
see the
same
difference.
thing.
I don't see the difference.
There's like a Venn diagram where they cross over a bit, but there are
There
are different things.
Therefore, they're the same thing. I can confirm.
And there's the Venn diagram.
And we're done. Doesn't it look nice?
Now we just transition.
Sure
Hey,
Doesn't it look nice? Yeah, I'm sure it does.
You're very talented, Reina. You know that?
What's the it in this situation? You said, doesn't it look nice?
Oh, she blushed, I guess.
Think so?
Like, either she blushed or someone is really enthusiastic with the slide whistle today.
Yeah, we're going with
Only
the
if Fawn was
diegetic
here.
sounds joke. Yeah.
Only if Fawn was here, you know. Him and his slide whistle.
You sure get embarrassed easily.
I'm not embarrassed, you jerk.
Sure.
Okay. Wait a minute.
I don't know what that last scene was. I have no idea.
They put it back in the bakery. That's it. That's how the show ends. Does she forgive James for stealing the thing? We don't know. Well, how does all the other character arcs resolve? I don't know. We didn't really have much other. I don't know. Nothing else really resolved besides the thing, I guess.
How did this wrap up the story at all?
This is
because the major conflict of the story was, who stole the power gem. So
was it?
this was all about.
I thought the main conflict was running the bakery, and then like at the end of the last episode, it got stolen.
Oh yeah, I guess the main conflict of the last episode. So this it wrapped it up because of the last like overhanging plot thread. Apart from I guess whether or not it's like Aurora and Reina ever got on, which I guess they didn't in the end, which is somewhat refreshing. But yeah, this is the last thing. Although ultimately, I don't like how it wraps up in the last scene. Although there's no like way that someone gets caught, just comes up and confesses. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Even though this seems to have been made with the intention of being fully animated, it still feels like the story was rushed to a conclusion, which I'm not sure if it was because of the real-life events that happened, or was just the pacing of the series in general.
Honestly, I just think the way the story, this episode was written, I think the way the episode was written wasn't changed. So it was executed badly, but the way the episode was written wasn't good.
I know what I'm saying is, before the change happened, were some real life events still happening that would lead to it, or was it just the story structure itself that already was like that to begin with, and we don't quite know? That's what I was getting at. I agree that the script has not changed at all because it doesn't facilitate being an audio drama whatsoever. So yeah,
this episode gives me vibes of I was gonna call it Running with You. Running with You. No, Phoenix Drop Days, how the ending just felt so forced. But even then, that ending at least felt a little less forced, just slightly less, but still very forced.
I don't know. It still feels like this story was dragged to a conclusion, kicking and screaming. So
yeah,
take of that what you will.
I mean,
also the creator now does mostly just animation memes, which makes sense. I think that with a little bit less pressure, that is the direction that a lot of gacha tubers go after they've concluded or cancelled a particular series.
Yeah,
if anything, that's actually what Shorty did back after Taming Bad Boy wrapped up his first season, and that was sort of like a prelude. Because back at to what the gacha community would be as a whole, because back then that was a major deviation because people wanted to have to see season 2. They wanted to see like the mini movies and such. Nowadays, almost like immediately the year after that happened, it became more about like doing the memes and stuff that was a little bit easier to digest rather than full stories like this.
I don't know. I mean, I never really like that trend in gacha creators as a whole because it's like, oh, this gacha creator made this like decent series and got like 3 episodes in, but then canceled it, and then it's like, I mean, it was a decent show. I mean, it could have had its flaws, but it could have improved. But now they just do like 20-second videos every few months.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that because not everyone can do what we do and spend like multiple years going through the same show. There's a reason we have the record.
But then make a different show. Like even if you get bored with one show, at least make like a shorter show. Like make like a 2-part mini movie or a single mini movie. If you can't handle long-term stories, in my opinion, just make short movies or like mini movies or short like 10-minute little shows that have unique characters and are just on their own.
Yeah.
If you can't handle like a full long-term commitment, which is valid. I mean, if you can't handle a long-term commitment, there's nothing wrong with that. But you kind of do got to know your limits when writing and making something. Or at least you got to push yourself to commit yourself to do it. You got to push yourself, even if you struggle.
Yeah,
because there's
an upper limit. There is an upper limit because ultimately we won't ever know what happens in Kaikyuko's real life in order to make that change. So I don't want to say necessarily, oh, well, you should have pushed that for the sake of a YouTube audience because there are more important things. But part
of me also wishes like this video was either pushed back to edit the script, add sound effects, or add visuals. Like part of me wishes this video was pushed back.
Yeah, it didn't need to be animated necessarily, but it would have helped a lot to have something more, just a little bit more, I guess. Yeah,
especially being the finale, because normally the very beginning of a series and the very end of a series should be where you put a lot of effort in. You should be like, this is the beginning, this is the end. We need to emphasize how good both these are gonna be.
Like either that, or you pull a Lion Gate and the quality just improves and declines at the same time throughout the series iteration.
Yeah, when you think some things are improving, some things take a step back and vice versa, yeah. I take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Anyway. Okay. Before we wrap this, I checked the finales of the other 6 series, and they do include visuals. Then, okay, so Kaikyuko does have other series that we might be able to check out at some point. So fair enough.
Also,
We'll,
I got a question. When you say the words fully animated, do you mean like live 2D kind of animated, or like rosy closy kind of animated, or do you mean like R kind of animation?
I think it was. I think this was live 2D, or at least tweening. It was at least some form of tweening.
Well, I mean, if the designs work in Gacha Club and you didn't pull rosy closy and edit designs and add unique features to them, you could just make it in Gacha Club. But okay.
Or at the very least, take a couple of screenshots in Gacha Club. That would have been fine. That would have been fine. By the way, before we wrap this up, just like what hasn't been done about done breakfast. No, it hasn't. Although I will say that most of the kwamis are based on either mammals or insects. There are a couple of birds, like one reptile, I think. So what you should have is maybe have more birds, reptiles, or amphibians. I don't think we have like any amphibians in the kwami.
Axolotl Funko Pop. Axolotl kwami.
Well, axolotls can't survive out of water, so I'm not sure that would work.
Like, if anything, you would go for a semi-aquatic kwami, like a salamander.
Again, amphibians, yes. Yeah. Honestly, the salamander would be a good name for just a villain in general,
Is there a lion kwami?
No, but again, mammal.
I could be a lion kwami.
I suppose.
They call me... Actually, wait, there was meant to be a lion kwami, I think. Or like something related to that, because like there was like...
Well, there's a tiger named Roar, so I think they kind of got their bases covered there.
There was like the Miraculous World... I think it was like Africa or whatever, which I'm pretty sure there would have been like a lion one or something to that extent.
Just the entirety of Africa. They don't choose a country.
No, I think it was something like Miraculous World Africa. Maybe.
You know what they should do? They should do Miraculous Egypt. They've talked about Egypt a lot in like some of the Louvre episodes. They should do Miraculous World Egypt. That's in Africa. That counts.
Maybe that could be cool.
Yeah, and Cat Noir gets worshipped as a god there or something.
Like, Egypt is dubious. Dubiously in Egypt. It, like, you could say it's more in the Mediterranean.
Miraculous World Mediterranean.
That's not really. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, but in any case, yeah, something like that. Probably, salamander, any form of amphibian would work quite well. Okie dokie. That's or a platypus doesn't fit into anything.
Oh my god!
Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
So okay, here we go. So the miracle is just a hat.
Perry, swim. I don't know.
No, Perry, give me the skills to pay the duck bills. Okay. Anyway, that's it. This is why they always say transforming the French version. That's all you get.
Really? Oh, that's so much lamer than the English version. It was like cheeky spot on.
Yeah, and the Spanish one as well. They keep that for that adaptation. The Spanish one likes to choose the better for most of the better aspects from the French and the English ones and combine them together. Sometimes they don't necessarily. Like I would argue, for example, the line that everyone like memes on, the just a normal girl with a normal life, and that's obviously not the case. That one actually in the French version is a girl like any other. That would have worked way better.
That would work like any better. I'm just a normal girl with a normal life. You're literally like live on top of a bakery. You like make fashion for like superstars like Jagged Stone. You eventually become the Guardian. You know, I don't know if you're like a girl like everyone else. Okay, you know, just your average girl doing making fashion.
If everybody else had superstar connections, I would believe you, hun.
Okay, a girl like any other could mean personality-wise. A normal girl with a normal life is very concrete in what it's implying.
Yeah,
that's
like,
the issue.
It's normal. It's normal to work for a fashion person. It's normal. Trust me. I do it all the time. Final thoughts on the video. This was bad. I didn't like this finale at all.
It wasn't bad. It's just the creator had to, you know, work around some real life limitations.
Well,
which is
innovate in a somewhere other way. You know, you may be limited in some ways, but you can innovate in other ways. Change the script.
Like change the script, add
sound effects.
Please add
narration. I don't know. Maybe
this is something that I haven't really ever said about Gacha, but I've always kind of felt. I know a lot of the time I emphasize like the infinite potential of Gacha and how, you know, if you're able to and you're creative enough, you can find a solution to any problems. You know, kind of, I'm sounding like Ladybug now, but it's true. But also the other advantage of Gacha is that even if your visuals are very rudimentary, even if you do the classic, you know, like long shots, the landscape shot with speech bubbles and, you know, no voice acting and whatever, there's still some level of audience out there for you. And if you've already acquired that, and you already have some skills, at least like, you know, putting together like a shot for a screenshot or something, that shouldn't take ultimately too long at all. So actually, with Gacha, you can simplify if you need to, and people will still be okay with that. And that's one of the cool aspects about it that I've never actually brought up until now. So, yeah, definitely a missed opportunity in that regard. Is there anything else after this? I just realized I haven't really get to the end. Oh, no, it's just the credits. Okay, fair enough then.
Yeah, most Gacha tubers don't opt in for the post-credit sequence.
Yeah, I was just checking just in case I get, like, yelled at afterwards.
Which is a darn shame. Like, I think Gacha creators could do a lot with a post-credit sequence.
That's true. Who knows? Maybe we'll do one at some point. Not sure. But for now, I guess we'll wrap that up. So yeah, okay. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell. Caca drugs,